And this is the template file. What is this template file? Okay, template file. Remember this feature when you can configure the port to connect instead of editing the file. Instead of editing file, let me show you something, maybe you will like it. Remember here when you go here and you edit the file and you edit the connection, we talked about this connection in the simulation video before, so I will not go through it again, but I want to show you that you can configure it from web from here. You can say it is a TCP connection, UDP or TCP, so it is TCP. I will change the port here to whatever and then press apply. Once I press apply, it will be updated in the code. So I will not press it now because this will corrupt this setting, but maybe I can press it here. Okay. Let us configure it here. Let us see what is happening. Okay. Cat GE Mavi. See this file, it contains commands because this is a JSON file, yes, but I developed it in a way that it allows C style commands. But this file now will lose these commands and will be rewritten again with new settings, because once you decided to update it from web, then it will be recreated automatically, so no commands will be added. Notice that from web you can configure not all fields, but only some fields, not all the fields. These fields cannot be configured from web. Why? Because it's not important to be configured from the web. If you really want to change this, then you know a lot, then you can edit it by hand from here, or you can edit it from here like that. Okay. Anyway, let us see what will happen now. I will configure it to port 888, apply. Okay, and now let's close this and open it again. See, now there is no comments and the order of the fields have been changed, but they are but we didn't lose any fields. They are all there. Okay, only commented fields have been removed, but active fields are there, and this is the 888. But there is another thing here, that this value has not been applied. You need to apply it. You need to restart the module. You can either restart it from here or here. But here it is. Here it is the thing. Let's go back here again. Let's go back here again and see the module, see the system, CTL, status, the Navlink service is running. Let us stop it first because I want to show you something. Let us run it manually. We will take this command. Okay, we are there already, so we can run it like that. Because I am here in the folder, it's important to keep yourself in the folder. Okay. Because it is running sudo, it was originally running as sudo, so it created this file as sudo. So that's why you need to run it sudo to have rights to write the file. Anyway, it's running live right now. So if you go to the module and press here config, and you change it already the settings. Remember, this doesn't reflect the current setting yet. So this is always a brand new settings that you want to apply. It's not reading the current configuration. See, this is not the current configuration. This is the default new configuration that you need to update. That's it. Maybe later I will add here another window that will display the config file content regardless of the fields, okay? But I mean, these values are the default values. So if you see here 5.1, that doesn't mean that the system is 5.1. No, the system is 8.8.8, remember? Anyway, I want to restart here and see what will happen. See, the system just terminated. Why? Because when I run the service as a service here, as a service, if I run it here as a service, it will restart on failure. So the restart here is, by the way, it's very similar to the ArduPilot restart. When you press ArduPilot restart and you are running SITL, it will simply close. But if you are running ArduPilot and told it to reboot, and it is an actual board, it will restart. It's the same idea. So, or yeah, I mean, it's very similar idea. So if you run it as a service, it will restart. Okay, restart. We can go here to the service and check it's running. Remember, it's running, but this button will make it enabled and running. So we haven't make it enabled and running yet. So it is running now. So this is the way, this is what restart does. Closes the application and it relies on the service to restart it. Okay. Again, the settings here are not the current setting. The settings here saves you the time and try to avoid as much as possible the errors that you can make if you manually edit the file. I really recommend that you just review the values from here if you have Linux experience, and edit it here by yourself. It's very gives you more control, and it keeps these commands, which is useful. But for users who don't want, who prefer to rely on the web client, then the configuration I made it for them. Okay, and I consider it very nice thing, by the way. Another thing that I want to show you, because we haven't completed our talk yet, which is the template. The template is this dynamic control. This dynamic control is this template. And I consider this very nice idea. And thanks to AI, because I'm not very talented in web, so it helped me a lot in creating these forms. Very nice, very powerful, and my idea, still my idea. However, it did help me in implementing it. Anyway, that's what AI for. So this is a configuration here. So if you want to change this configuration to fit your needs, or maybe you don't use TCP, UDP, and only use this, maybe you have default values here you want to change, maybe you need to add description value. So feel free to edit this file and make your own personal template that will be displayed here. Okay, this will be dynamically applied. Okay, I guess this is the most important things that you need to know about services. So when you first install DroneEngage and after setting the account setup, I do recommend to go here to GECOM and just run it manually like that. Okay, with the system stop because it's running in parallel. Let's clear everything and restart again. Okay, I now installed the DroneEngage ROM and I'm connected to the internet. It's not connected to the admin, of course, because this doesn't have an internet connection. I should be connected to a Wi-Fi here, and I added my account that I created from the ArduPilot account here. I created my account from here. Okay, so the third step is to go here and to execute this command, simply looking for this line. This line exists, then everything is okay. Then I have a drone that is connected and I can access it from web. Okay. The second thing that I need to do is to go to the DroneEngage. Oh, sorry. The second thing I need to do is to make this service auto-run. Because if I'm sure that it is running, I can go here and go to the communicator and make it auto-running and forget about it. Okay, can make it start and forget about it. So it should be like that and just leave it. Now the second step is to go to DroneEngage Mavlink and make sure it is connected to ArduPilot. So run it like that. That is already in use because I am running it already in the service here. So the second thing can start from here. The second thing is to try to run this service. We will find that it's not connected to a port. 3D command, I need to. This error is because there was another Mavlink running with different runtime key. So to erase this, I need to restart the GCOM module. Thank you for bearing with me. I know I jump from a point to another, but I know that most of you keep tracking with me. So here it is. I restarted the GCOM module. Just a comment that I don't try to edit the video and hide these errors, because these errors, you will face it. And these errors are not actual errors in the system. Actually, it is because I'm starting the system improperly, so this error will appear to me and to you, and so we are here to discuss how to avoid it and what to do to debug and detect what is the error that we are having. So as we can see now, we are running communication server found. Communication server found, this is the DCOM, This is the DCOM, the local DCOM. So, and by the way, because we are connected to the port, to the 127, so it is always there. Remember also in the session of the simulator, I told you about this. Let's go and check it here. Okay. I told you that these lines you need to avoid until we discuss later how to change them. So the decommunicator already exists here, and here it is, already exists here, and is running on this port. We can see that in the decommunicator itself. Here, you go to the navigator. See, it is listening to this, to any IP, to this address. We can change this IP to 127 if we are sure that all modules are running locally. We keep it like that. We allow external modules to run on other ports, which is a good feature in DroneEngage, that you are not limited to a single port to run your system. Okay, so this is the same address. And again, you need to set up the connection with the port. If you run here without getting any other text about that you are receiving from the port, then you are not reading from the port. There is nothing is receiving from the flight control port, so you will not find anything on web. You will find it like that. No FCP connected. Here it is. Okay, it's already updated itself. No FCP connected. Okay. These are the services that if you have them running, then you have DroneEngage. The remaining service is the camera, and it's not that hard to start a camera, by the way. It's very flexible. But I want to describe the camera in more depth and to give you deep understanding about the structure of the video drivers that are created by DroneEngage and how can you make use of them. So I will leave the services, other services, for another session, and I do hope you found this video useful. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you find it useful and informative. Thank you.